Sometimes you might have a column with many unique values, but most of them are very least frequent, like long tail values. In such cases, you can put those long tail values into others group and show it along with more frequent values in the chart very quickly. So here I have Airbnb listing data for New York City, and I have visualized by using a bar chart, having the neighborhood as x-axis, and the height is number of rows, in this case, number of the properties. And then I have used the limit features to limit only top 20 based on number of rows of y-axis height. Now, I'd like to know what type of the property types are in each neighborhood. So I'm going to assign a property type to color. So now we are looking at the most popular property all over the neighborhood is actually this apartment type. But here, like when we see in the legend, there are 20 or so property types. And then most of them is actually it's really tiny amount. For example, hostel is 4 properties. So why don't we just keep only the 5 most frequent ones and then make all the others into other group, so that we need to use like a less color, so it makes it easier to understand like what are those. We can go to the colors menu, and then there is something called others group. So if I select this, and then there are a couple of options. In this case, I'm going to use this less frequent values. So that means less frequent values will be turned into others group. How many of the original values you want to keep? So let's say if I type it here 5, that means top 5 most frequent values will remain as the original values. Everything else, that means others like 15 or so values will become other group. If I click on the apply button, now like we have 5 plus others. That means the less frequent values has become others. Now this is much easier. For example, like if I use a quick window calculation percent of total, now this one makes it easier to understand like all of the neighborhood. The most popular property type is actually apartment. And then like some neighborhood like Midtown have all the other property types. So by using the other group, you can focus on the most popular, most frequent values, and then like all those like long tail values, you can put them in the category of others. That way you present like less colors. You can make your visualization easier to understand, not only for you, but also for your audience. So this other feature is kind of similar to another feature called limit features. The biggest difference between these two is the limit feature literally limit the values. So for example, if you limit by using the top 10, that means everything else outside the top 10 will disappear from the chart. But this other group feature is to keep those other values, pack them in the other group. So you still have that data in the chart, just that it show up in a different way. But either way, depends on your needs. You can use other group or limit features. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Bye.